Hello and welcome. I want to talk to you about your deepest pain. Now, you might want to not continue watching this video because why would you want to go there? But I want to talk to you about how your deepest hardships are actually your greatest strengths. It is often easy to find ourselves in a victim mindset when we have been through really difficult things, to put the blame on the external circumstance or the people involved. And I've been there. It's much easier sometimes to direct the energy outward than to look within. And yet it's actually within ourselves that we can find how strong we are when we've been through really difficult times. And we all have. It is part of the human experience to help us grow, as weird as that may sound. My question to you is, how have you approached your difficult life experiences? Perhaps you have wanted to completely avoid looking at them, pretend that everything's great, your life has been good, there's nothing to look at. Or perhaps you have felt quite the opposite, and all you can think about is what has happened, the difficult life experiences, the injustice, and how it has affected your life. And we can perhaps sometimes switch between those two states as a way to try and make sense of what's happened, or to try and survive from what has happened. But what if you for a moment looked at those experiences from a different perspective, from a perspective that they were meant to happen for a certain reason? They were meant to help you grow on a soul level. They were meant to help ignite something within you to bring more light into the world, which is really what our soul's purpose is. It's to learn here on this earth, to grow, and to share our creations, our inner light with the world, to create the world a better place. It's actually that simple. And yet it doesn't feel simple at all, because we are human and we experience emotions, and going through deep hardships can feel incredibly overwhelming. It can lead to difficult beliefs we have about ourselves. It can lead to issues in our relationships, especially also the relationship with ourselves. It can lead to discomfort in our emotions, whether that's again through avoidance or feeling emotions very intensely. So let's talk about darkness for a moment. Darkness can mean two things. We can look at darkness as the things in our life that are seen as bad, the bad things that have happened, the hardships, the things that we wish didn't occur. It can feel like this heaviness that might drag us down at times. And we can also look at darkness as the space of being within the void and the unknown to help us remember who we truly are. Just like the womb, when a baby is being created in the womb space, it's in the darkness, growing and waiting to be birthed into life. And so how might this relate to seeing our hardships as our greatest strength? Well, could we look at it as a darkness that's bad, that's unwanted? Or could we look at it as a darkness of finding ourselves, remembering who we really are, and to create into the world? As my passion is to talk about dark feminine energy and how to embody the dark feminine, This is where the dark feminine has really helped me in my journey of recognizing that my deepest, most difficult life experiences are actually what it is that I'm here for on a soul level, and has helped me to remember my inner strength. And so let's ask the question for a moment: who would you be without those difficult life experiences? Now, that's not an easy question. And I know it can be very easy, and I've been there, to think about that question in a way where we might say, well, I would be much more confident. I wouldn't have these emotional issues. I maybe wouldn't suffer from chronic pain or issues in my relationships. I would feel happier if those things didn't happen to me. While it's reasonable to believe that that might be true, who would you really be? If you look back for a moment, if those life experiences didn't happen, would you be the person you are today? Which I imagine is probably a person who holds a lot of compassion, a lot of inner drive that's waiting to be ignited, an inner fire that's waiting to be ignited, or maybe already is ignited. Perhaps someone who is incredibly creative. I mean, we all are, but maybe those experiences have fueled something in you to really create from the heart. And so I understand that that might be a difficult question to ask: who would I be without those life experiences? I invite you to look at it from a perspective of all the qualities that you have now. Would they not be there? And would that be unfortunate? And so, how can we turn our pain into power? Well, first of all, we need to acknowledge it. We need to acknowledge that it's there in the first place. We need to be willing and curious enough to look at it, to understand why it was there in the first place, what it was trying to teach us. Oftentimes, our deepest pain and what we have lost is exactly what we're meant to find again and share with the world. I'll say that again. Oftentimes, our deepest pain and what we have lost is what we're meant to find again and share with the world. And so acknowledging it is crucial to see, what is this experience, or what are these experiences trying to teach me? What have they been trying to teach me, especially on a soul level in this human experience? And then we might ask ourselves, what would it be like if I didn't see it as pain, but rather I saw it as power? And so it's almost like, how can we merge our pain and our strength together? So an example might be, if you have felt a really deep pain of not feeling heard, not feeling emotionally supported, not feeling seen, and yet that's all that you long for, understandably, because it was something that wasn't given to you, a need that wasn't met. And so, because that's something that you had lost, there's an inner desire within you to have that. And so, the way you might share that with the world is, you might be someone who deeply listens and emotionally supports others. And through that, you find it within yourself again. That could just be an example. And so that's when we turn our pain into power. And so my hope for this video is that it finds you at a time perhaps where you're feeling a little bit stuck in that space of feeling consumed by all the difficult life experiences that you've had or that you're currently going through. And to, first of all, acknowledge what it is that you're going through, and then to look at it from a place of strength. What is this teaching me? What is it trying to show me? How am I meant to be growing from this? And how can I turn whatever pain that I'm going through into something powerful to share with the world? I wish you a wonderful rest of the day. Namaste.